discussing the Building Equity and Alignment for Environmental Impact Fund. So BEA is a collective of environmental justice grassroots leaders who created a coalition designed to address funding inequities among environmental justice organizations in regards to mainstream philanthropy. So we know that environmental justice centers around communities of color facing disproportionate exposure to pollution, toxic waste, land misuse, climate hazards, among other inequities. So mainstream environmental groups typically receive the most funding from foundations and philanthropic organizations, often overlooking the grassroots environmental justice organizations. BEA aims to move power and not just money by shifting funding and decision making to grassroots environmental justice leaders, because the people who are at the forefront of environmental justice movements should be the key decision makers. They do this by utilizing participatory grant making, which uses a community-run grant funding, grant writing and evaluation committee that, again, allows these environmental justice organizations to make the key decisions. Cross-sector alignment is also a major part, which includes alignment between environmental justice groups, philanthropy, and big green organizations. BEA also teaches capacity building for organizations and just creates grants that are accessible. And again, they aim to center organizations run by people of color because they are at the forefront of the environmental justice movement. And you can see on the left side of the screen is a full written statement of BEA's mission statement. So looking at some of their major impacts, during the 2022-2023 grant cycle, BEA was able to support 108 grassroots organizations across 23 states and 4 territories. $24 million were mobilized, including $11.75 million for multi-year grants, and grantees reported nearly doubled capacity within a year. And of course, 89% of these organizations were ran by Black, Indigenous, and people of color. So current challenges are just needing to build stronger relationships with funders and closing capacity gaps within newer organizations as far as understanding how to maximize funds. Ongoing structural racism and implicit bias do continue to persist, but I think the biggest recommendation that we can make is on-site capacity support directly from BEA in order to improve funding outcomes.